Hi there, it's Shelly B from Handwork Hangout. Thanks for taking the time to be with us here in our How to Crochet series. This video is focusing on the triple or treble crochet. Now, before we move forward, just a small note on the verbiage here. Both are correct, triple or treble, and however you pronounce it is just based on where you live. Okay, so don't worry about it. That's just a little detail. And if you're out there surfing around looking for things, or you're reading a pattern and it says triple or treble, just know it's the same thing and move on. Okay? Here we go. What you need. As always, you're going to need some yarn. We recommend practicing with worsted weight because, well, that's just the most common, and it's a nice size. It's real easy. Not too big, not too small. Very Goldilocks yarn. It's our Goldilocks yarn there. That's my new word. Okay. And crochet hook to fit the size of your yarn. If you're using that Goldilocks yarn, the worsted weight, you're going to need an H, 8, or a 5 millimeter. All those denominations are the same size hook. And, of course, a quiet place to practice and study. Pause your video, rewind it, that sort of thing. Okay, it's hard to do with the dog barking and the kids, shoving their lollipops at you. So anyway, nice quiet place to practice. Let's get started.
Okay, let's learn how to make the American triple or treble stitch. Please don't be confused with the British version of the treble stitch. That is what we Americans call the double stitch. And so for information on how to make those, please see the appropriate video. There will be links all over the place. Okay, now I have taken the liberty of making a base row of chain stitches and single crochets so that we have a firm base to work our treble stitches on. And I've done a few here, so you can see these are tall. Oops, made my fingers out of the way. These are tall and lanky stitches with lots of room in between them. They're kind of pretty when you work lots of rows of them, but they can be a little wobbly, so you need a nice firm base to work them on. And when I'm working them, I kind of like to do a row of single crochet in between them. That just gives them that stability so that your garment or whatever it is you're making doesn't get all, just all cattywampus on you. Okay, so here we go. We're going to make an American triple or treble stitch. We're going to yarn over twice. So just swirl it around that yarn twice. You see I've picked up 2 loops on here. We're going to dive through the next stitch. Make sure you go through both. Hook the yarn and pull up another loop. So now we have 4 loops on our crochet hook. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 more. Now we're down to 2. Yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. So you see how easy that was? You just keep pulling through 2 loops at a time until you're done. So you yarn over twice, dive through the stitch, pull up another loop, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops 3 times in a row to finish this stitch. And there's 1. Oops, split that yarn. There, see how easy that was to fix? So if it happens to you, either back out and start over, or do what I did and just easily go back and catch the yarn that you missed. And yarn over again and through the last 2 loops, and there you have it. Okay, now I'm going to keep going. You can watch me. Yarn over twice, wrap around your hook twice, dive through 2, your stitch there. Make sure you go under, when I say 2, I mean go under both of the loops of that stitch so you have a nice firm foundation. Pull up a loop, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through the last 2, and you're done. Now I know it seems like, this is going to be kind of slow, but it really goes rather quickly. I'm just going to do one here so you can see. Poof, done. And I actually crochet rather slowly. So once you get good at this, you're going to just whiz through these. Now I'm going to finish up this row. There's 2, 3 sets of 2 loops. Yarn twice. Loop, 2, 3. There we go. Yarn over twice, last stitch, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and we're done. I'm going to make this loop large so I can take my crochet hook out safely and show you these lovely American triple or treble crochets. I learned to call them triple, but most people apparently call them treble. It's just, what my grandma taught me. So don't be surprised. You find it both ways all over the internet, and also, in pattern directions and in books. So just whichever, they're both the same thing. But you see how nice and tall and lanky these are? They're almost like, wrought iron rails or something. Anyway, they're so nice and tall and interesting. So anyway, that's another stitch for you. The American triple or treble. Okay, so now we have a nice row of treble stitches, and we're going to add the second row. What you're going to have to do is chain 3, then flip your work over. Your pattern will say reverse work or turn. The 3 chains are going to take the place of your first stitch. So we're not going to work in the first chain, the first stitch from the hook. We're going to work into the second stitch away from the hook, right over here. So there's the first one. This is the second one. Okay. So what we're going to do is wrap the yarn around our hook twice. Go through that second stitch, making sure we catch both the front and the back loops. Pull up a 4th loop. So now we have 4 loops on our hook, and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 for the 3rd time. And it's exactly the same from here on out as the entire first row. You just do your trebles, wrap twice, go through the stitch, the next stitch in line, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and done. All right, so once again, that's wrap your yarn around your hook twice, locate and go through the next stitch in line, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops 3 times in a row. Okay, now I'm going to keep working here. You can watch me go to the end. If you're stuck and need more practice, pause, rewind, watch again. That's the beauty of video. Okay, watch as many times as you need until you are comfortable. I know I say that in every video, and it's just that important, guys. Make sure you're comfortable before you move on. So wrap twice, pull through 2 loops 3 times. Okay, wrap twice, and don't pull this too tight. If you pull this too tight, you're going to have trouble pulling through the 2 loops at a time, and you're just going to make extra work for yourself. So yarn over, make it snug but not too tight. Go through the next stitch, catching both the front and the back loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, 2, and 2. Got 2 stitches to go here, guys. And we'll take a look at our fabric. Okay, last stitch. Now, this is something I do want to call to your attention. Your last stitch is always going to feel a little curved or rounded until you put another stitch in it and square it up. So don't panic. That is in fact a stitch. You do want to go through it. Just make sure that you get both the front and the back loop, and see how I have both loops there on my hook. So we'll be good. And we've pulled up, so now we have 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, we're down to 3, yarn over, we're down to 2, through the last 2, and we're done. And there we have 2 rows of triple crochet. And you see how nice and loose and airy this is? You can think of lots of excellent uses for that, can't you? All right, have fun.
Thank you so much for visiting with us here at Handwork Hangout and our How to Crochet series. This video, of course, has focused on the triple or treble crochet. For more information, great how-tos, and inspiration, stop on by handworkhangout.com, where we are kick-ass needle nerds covered in bling. Our battle cry, if it stands still, embellish it. Join us if you dare.